Hello everyone, this is Clucloid here with Retro Age Gaming, and welcome back to another segment of our playthrough of Twilight Princess HD. I am going to try once again playing with the GameCube controller, even though there was some lag we were experiencing before. I had noticed, however, in testing out the GameCube controller, the GameCube actually has better gyro controls than the Switch Pro controller. It's a lot more smooth. Of course, this controller's made for the Switch too. This was made for the regular Switch, so maybe that's why. I did not know these had gyro in them until I was testing out the controls. I will show you right here. See, I'm going to look up and look how smooth that gyro is. The gyro on my Switch Pro controller would get hung up so often, and it's very slow and like dragging across the screen. That was such a smooth gyro right there. Okay, let's get out of here. We're gonna want to head over to the Eldin province. I believe it was said to be in the east. I believe we can even talk to Midna and figure that out. Yeah, she tells us to the east. That's where we want to go. I'll go ahead and turn up my volume here. Got some mucus stuck in my throat. One sec. Got some hot coffee. I think I burned it a little bit this morning, or I guess afternoon now. I was eating while it was brewing, and I should have gone and got it right away, but yeah, got a little carried away. Yeah, nothing happened. That's what I thought would happen. Nothing. This is a lot smoother than the last time I attempted to use the GameCube controller. It's not getting hung up. She's not still running when I remove my thumb from the thumbstick, so this is great. This is nice. Yeah, we're doing this a bit early today. We're pretty much caught up with school for the week. All I have is my module, my weekly module quiz, I have to do. And the first week is just the welcome course. And then they actually recommend, if you're going to get ahead of the courses, that you start on the next week, the Friday before, which means I have until tomorrow to get started on next week's course. And all I have today is a quiz, so I'll just... It's unlimited attempts. And I have until Tuesday of next week, actually, to get that turned in. Is the absolute deadline on that, so I should be good. No reason I should not have that finished today. I was told to go east. Oh, I am totally going the wrong way. I am going south. Why am I going here? That's not where I want to go. Not at all. Where's my horse, though? I don't want to go there on foot. Let me find my horse. I think that's why I was coming over here. I want to find my horse. Oh, they got the chickens in the coop. Oh no, it's starting to do it again. It's getting hung up. She's just gonna keep randomly running in a different direction. So we cannot find the horse anywhere. That's great. Yeah, it's really getting hung up. I'm gonna put the Switch Pro controller in. It's weird. It wasn't doing it for a while. I have a feeling they'll fix that maybe in another update. Hang on, I need to make sure that I turned the coffee pot off. I am unsure if I did or not. Alright, cool, we are good. Coffee pot is turned off. Let me get back in my chair. There we go. Now, we'll want to go this way up here. Now we're back up here where we started. Go over here. I love how you're able to, like, just swing your sword as you run. That is something you were able to do in early builds of Ocarina of Time as well. Hang on, my sister texted me saying her key fell off her bag. Would be nice if I could ride my horse through here. I guess I'm gonna turn into a wolf or something though. Probably. I think there's a tree out here that has a piece of heart we can use the Gale Boomerang to get. If I'm not mistaken. Got a beetle! I think I see it. It's up there. Yeah, I definitely see that. Alrighty then, let's keep going.
You need help.
Let's do it.
Plus, gun you need me from there. How do they? Wait. That what it? Oh, come eat me with me. Do you might feel best? One, you not us. One, eat me. And from me feel plus my hand one to you.
I'm pretty sure it's here. Or maybe it was right here.
Feel plus us. Keep it good. Aren't what's king? It aren't boys cool. Should succeed. Heads up here. Got any? That was good, and you.
Yeah, that seemed to do the trick. How did they get across that gap is what I want to know. because that bridge had been there. In the woods, I mean.
Deputy carefully.
Dang it. The back of my stool has fallen off. The welding is coming undone and scraping against the little cabinet behind me. Let's go see what the ball of sunshine wants to tell me. Spirit of light. The darkness now hunts me. Well, here I am. They went in there. There's gotta be a way to get in there. Whoopsie. Oh, it's Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Renato, I guess. Yeah, he looks like he's ready for some wine. Yeah, Linkle will save us. They look unsure. I'm gonna light those candles. I'm gonna try to anyway. That one did not light. Come back down here. It went out. No. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, I done lit those candles. That was a pretty lit pan. Alright, let's get down. Oh, we got one of the owl statues over here. The scaffolding will let us get out, I'm pretty sure. It's on the ceiling. Oh, it's just a light. My thoughts exactly. I noticed the graveyard is a bit more bare bones like it was in the early builds of Ocarina of Time as well. It's been redexed a little bit though. The graves aren't all uniform, some of them are slanted, but they are pretty basic. It's also got the little brick wall in the back like the Ocarina of Time one had, except you can climb up here. Let's see. Oh! I was not looking at the map. Let's get that. I think I'll be posting another poll after this, because after Twilight Princess, we are going to be doing Four Sword Adventures. We're essentially playing all the different Zelda timelines that are at least listed in the Hyrule Historia After 4 Sword Adventures, we're gonna do the adult timeline. We're gonna play Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and then go into Wind Waker. We do want to eventually revisit some Mario games. The Mario 64 build. Hang on, I want to take a sip of coffee. Mario 64 build that we played was a bit unstable, so we're going to be playing a different version of Mario 64. That's a little bit more true to the source material. However, we do have an opportunity. We can either start with Mario 64 when we do Mario games, or we can start with the original Super Mario Brothers. So I'll probably be taking up a poll and see if we should start with the classic Mario experience or 3D Mario. And we will go from there. And then we were going to do Dinosaur Planet, but the current state of completeness is, I fell from there. Is there a way we can dig in there? Because it looks like there is one in this building right here. I think Dinosaur Planet is version 09.23 or something like that right now. It's not like completely finished. Here's how we get in. So maybe we can hold off on that for a bit until the version 1.0 release. Although, as of right now, the game is fully playable from start to finish, so... As I said, we'll probably just take a couple polls and see what we want to do. I'd like to play Glover and Glover 2 eventually. Although Pico Interactive had said they were going to be doing a remaster of Glover and Glover 2. I'm surprised they actually were doing a remaster of the first one, because it took them like 4 or 5 years after saying they were going to remaster it to actually release it. I'm not sure if they're actually working on the second one and finishing it like they said they would, but we can be hopeful. Not sure if anyone here knows the story about what happened to Glover 2. Somebody bought like a big stack of cartridges for the first game that none of the retailers wanted to buy off their hands, and pretty much made the company go bankrupt. So I don't think we're going to be able to jump out of here. I think we need to go back through this hole. I believe Glover 2 was left at around 70% completion. Killer 7. What is Killer 7? And be sure to send an email out to our contact email on the channel page as well, so that we can revisit that, because our chats don't replay. And we can do polls on suggested games. Just keep in mind that, you know, this is retro age gaming, so we, as of this moment, we don't play anything past the Wii era, and we don't play anything past Xbox 360, and we don't play anything past PS3. Remasters don't count. Remasters and remakes, like, we will play those, because they are technically old games with, like, fresh coats of paint, so... I will say, however, that if it is a video game series that the first entry was on a retro console, we will play the newest installment, because it is technically a retro game series at that point, despite the fact it's a new game, so gives us a little bit of leeway. Yeah, for sure. Shoot us an email at our official channel contact email we have up on the channel page, and we will document that, and we will do a poll eventually once we have at least 2 people sending emails recommending, because I believe for polling you need at least 2 options to choose from. And then, of course, once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and we bring back community picks, we will definitely do that. I know it's debating whether or not to bring those back because we are polling our main lineup sometimes now too, but yeah, I think community picks will still be important even if we are polling for a lot of the main lineup as well. Because a main lineup that we poll, you're essentially just voting on different games that I was choosing to play anyway and just didn't know which order to play them or what I should stream next. I think I need to jump off this box or something and get up there. No. I need to knock that over, probably. Well, that's not working. Well. Gotta light this stick somehow. I need to light the stove. There's no fire up there. Oh, it's right next to me. Get in there. There we go. It is on the channel description. We have a contact email for questions and, you know, for viewers to reach out, like for fan mail and stuff. In case we ever get enough, we could also, like, if people want shout outs, you would just have to let know in the email that you're fine with your email being read on the channel, or if you don't want it to be read on the channel. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, because we did kind of a Q&A thing where it was like the old social media thing of where people would post 100 things about them. Because obviously people hadn't actually been asking me questions yet. But eventually, if we start getting like enough fan mail in and they're asking questions, we can do more like Q&As where I just sit down and answer questions about myself. If people are up for that type of thing, anyway. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea. I need to get up there somehow. Looks like I can climb those buildings to get up there. I also just started the What's Up With You, where it's like people can just jump in at any time and talk about what's going on with them. I just kind of talk about what's going on with me. And I want to try to keep up with that at least once a week. Yeah, what's that? What do you mean, like, for the Q&A, or, like, in the email?
The unease in
But yeah, emails will not be featured unless stated in the email they would like to be featured. You know, to keep with people's privacy, which is why we don't replay chats also. Because people shouldn't become internet famous without their consent, so. And I know, like myself, when I was younger, not to say people around here have been leaving stupid comments, but, you know, I was a stupid kid once and maybe said some things that probably should not have said on the internet, and so, yeah, I don't want to replay people's chats, because they can change and develop and grow and become different people than who they were previously, and we don't need a permanent record of that, so. Oh, thank you. I did not get surgery for it. Actually, my voice, I don't think it's that pretty. I actually feel like it's pretty much the same that it had been. Like, I feel like this is how my voice has always been. I actually hate my voice because to me, it still sounds masculine. Although, I will say, I had noticed, because I used to be a manager at Walmart, and, you know, we had this 10-foot rule. A customer comes within 10 feet of you, you're supposed to greet them and ask if they're finding everything all right. And I had noticed back when I was a manager, this was back before I started my transition, I would ask people if they're finding everything all right and ask if I could help them find anything, and well, thank you. Yeah, I would just before doing anything, I would ask customers if I could help them with anything, and they would respond with like, no ma'am, oh yes ma'am, I'm looking for whatever, and then look up and then, like, you know, see I was a guy or whatever, and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. So like that was happening before I even started my transition, like just off of my voice, but I hate my voice. It wouldn't happen all the time, of course, but every now and then, like, they really had to not be paying attention. What I would like to see, I want a Zelda game where you are Wolf Link again, and it wasn't me. How was I supposed to know? As romantic as this is, I'm not going to stay here with you. You're just gonna abandon me. Oh, great. Let me out. No, let me out, let me out. Yeah, I want a Zelda game where instead of going on a quest for the Triforce, you just play as the wolf, and you're, like, on a quest for a nice stick. That would be a good game. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it just sounds too deep for me, still. And also, I don't know, what exactly is wrong with me, but I've always had issues with my speech, and, even at the last Starbucks I worked at, one of the other baristas criticized me because they said they noticed at the drive-thru, like, I would tend to skip over words, and it's not something I do purposefully or because I'm necessarily talking too fast, it's just I have a hard time, with pronouncing different words and my articulation and everything. I had to go to speech therapy when I was younger, and I don't think I ever finished it. So I do have a problem with my speech, and that's something that I continue to try to work on. And, like, I notice, like, especially in the mornings, like, it's really hard for me to, like, even talk at all. And so, yeah, I would get, like, rewards and stuff when I was in school, even though it was only in kindergarten. Like, I was a quiet kid or whatever, and, like, I kept the peace. But that's just because I've always had a difficulty talking, like, in the first place, so... That's probably why I haven't picked up any speaking roles in my acting career, and I've just pretty much been in the background. Well, I did pick up a speaking role. I had one lead role in something, well, actually, whereas one was also a principal role, I was cut out of a commercial, but I was a lead in a play. I don't really count that, though, because I was doing it for free. Excuse me. That was a lot of coffee. Okay, so there's 3 more bugs. Where are they? They are way up here for some reason. It's gonna be where the Gorons are, is it not? Death Mountain. The thoroughfare. I do know that I burst one of my eardrums when I was really young, where I think developing speech patterns is like most critical, and that might have a lot to do with why I had issues with speaking. Well, this is Wolflinkle, so we're on a quest to be a good girl. You know, it's weird the Gorons wear diapers in this game. I don't think they're wearing diapers in Breath of the Wild. You know, that's probably why this is the only Zelda game to get a T for teen rating, you know, those adult diapers. Oh boy, a rock with a hole in it. Let's listen to it. This is how cavemen enjoyed their music. They found a nice rock with a hole in it. This is a prototype for the jukebox right here. Did I get it? No, I did not. That was terrible. For me, I have like an app for my speech is more or less breathing exercises to learn more breath control and everything, and also head resonance, or yeah, I'm not supposed to be speaking with my chest. I need more head resonance, or whatever they call that. It's a song of healing. Thank you. Let teachings of old pass to you. Yeah, I have noticed, like, well, I'm just approaching my 2-year anniversary of when I started. Oh, I know. I love that music, though. Take sword in hand and find me. Oh yeah, we have to do the little stone thing and then go find the wolf and learn a new skill. That was really cool how they did that. It's back in the woods. It's gotta be like the spring where, what's her name? Leah had the horse, I believe. But yeah, I am like not in the second year of like, I say I'm approaching my 2-year anniversary. I count when my hormone levels were like stable as when I started, not like when I actually started, because like that's what actually counts, or like what actually matters in the whole thing. So I'm just coming up on my second year on that, and I actually feel, it's odd because I feel more masculine now than I did when I started. Like, I've lost a lot of fat in my face, it feels more jagged, and like, because there's a lot of like redistribution going on right now, I just feel more bulky, and like, I just don't feel right now. Looking into what could be going on, apparently a lot of people approaching their second year feel the same way. It is, it's not as flattering as like after the first year or like the third year. Like, there's a lot of like deeper stuff going on in that second year that can cause you to feel that way. Which is part of why I decided to take a break from acting this year and like just really focus on school, because like I just don't feel like myself right now. So I did not realize there was one hiding over there. Need to get around this wall somehow. Oh, over here. Alright, you two, get over here. I can jump up there, right? No. Gotta love how selective she is in helping me jump. Gotta appreciate that. That's where we came in, is it not? Oh, we need to jump up on there, on top of the gate, probably. We can come up here. Yeah. Wait for that geyser to go away. It's gonna knock us down. Looks like it, buddy. Just have to get used to it. Says there's a bug over here. You hiding bugs? Is it in your diaper? Oh, no. It's down here. Oh no! isn't that like every Zelda? Like, Nintendo had confirmed that the Ganon in Twilight Princess and in Wind Waker is the same Ganon from Ocarina of Time. Of course, the Wind Waker one is Ganon if you never went back in time, and the one in Twilight Princess is if you went back in time and played out the events of Majora's Mask. So, and then they confirmed that Ganon in A Link to the Past is also the same Ganon from Ocarina of Time. And how that one goes, of course, is if he transforms into Ganon at the end of Ocarina of Time and then kills you, he then stays in his pig form or whatever, or demon form, for the Fall of the Hero timeline, whatever. It's always the same Ganon, yeah. The only one that is questionable would be, oh, we are about to die. The only one that's questionable is going to be the Ganon from Breath of the Wild. Because I believe Nintendo had said something about it's not in the same canon as the rest of the games. Because people were arguing over where exactly in the timeline Breath of the Wild would be, and I believe Nintendo said that is not in the timeline. It's a different timeline. It's like a different reality. In other words, it's a reboot of the series. Which would mean it's not a converging of all the timelines like people thought. It is a different beginning of the timeline. Or end of the timeline. It's a new timeline. Completely away from the rest of it. Well, let's see. The Wind Waker Ganon would have been beaten by Link in Ocarina of Time. Whereas the one in this one wasn't beaten by Link. Because we went back in time and undid defeating him, pretty much. And instead, the king charged Ganon for treason, and he was executed, but survived. So... and was banished or something. So in this timeline, the king survives, Ganon doesn't kill him, like he did in Ocarina of Time. I'm hoping in the Ocarina of Time remake we actually get to see the king. I think it's once we get all of the fused shadow, we'll finally be able to turn into a wolf at will or something. It is, yes. I do know that originally Hyrule Castle was supposed to be like a little mini dungeon, and it ended up just being a stealth sequence, so I hope we actually get to see the inside of the castle. That would be nice. I feel they are heavily hinting at that, the fact that they announced the Star Fox remake and then said that they were adding an additional, like, playable prologue. I assume it's playable, though. When I selected prologue in the demo, I could not play anything. It was just a story thing. So I'm hoping we actually get to play the prologue in the release of Star Fox a week from now. And if it is playable, then I would assume that there's going to be extra story added to Ocarina of Time as well. But it's going to be subtle. especially if the prologue and the extra playable chapters in Star Fox are considerably short, then I would assume they're not going to add a whole lot to Ocarina of Time as well. It's just going to be content-wise, it'll be probably as much as you would find in like a small DLC. Yes, and almost all of the cut content in Ocarina of Time ended up in Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask and Breath of the Wild, believe it or not. Yeah, the field size of Ocarina of Time was originally closer to that of Twilight Princess, and if you see some of the leaked maps from the F-Zero Overdome, you'll see that, like, yeah, they were pretty huge. It was more on par with Twilight Princess, and you'll see, like, a lot of the leaked maps where, like, they had reused ideas in Twilight Princess. But then there's different concepts from Ocarina of Time that were reused for Majora's Mask, such as the NPCs being on a week cycle that was being developed for Ocarina of Time before it got condensed to a 3-day cycle and put in Majora's Mask. And they were using the power of the 64DD to pull it off, and I think they ended up using the expansion pack to do it instead with Majora's Mask. I don't know that it was powerful enough or they had enough time to do a full week cycle, though. So it got cut down to 3 days. But then it proved to not be very popular, so they never tried that again. But also, you're supposed to be able to track all of your footprints in the game, like everywhere you had walked, which didn't get reincorporated until I think it was the DLC of Breath of the Wild. They finally brought that feature back that was cut from the early development of Ocarina of Time, interestingly enough. The majority of the cut content did end up in Twilight Princess, though. I think, like, even one of the Stalfos rooms from the debug ROM that you can find in Ocarina of Time was used in the Ice Temple in this game. I think I have heard of that. It's a PlayStation game, right? Excuse me. Goron Mines was also in Ocarina of Time. You look at the maps from the F-Zero Overdome, and you had all these different intertwining caves that presumably led up to Death Mountain. So that's another thing that got scrapped from Ocarina of Time that is in Twilight Princess. Alright, we get to explore a bit.
Yep. Aren't you?
We can't warp, can we?
My Hey, up to you, Pink.
Because I would like to go here, where the wolf is. We can find the horse call grass somewhere. That would be nice. I think we'll have to warp to get into the Goron place anyway, so let me check some of these places out. Yeah, because we'll have to go back to the village to learn how to sumo wrestle or whatever. So I'm not about to go walk all the way back there. Maybe I can push some of these. No. Okay, well there's nothing hidden in here. Oh, there's a bug. Barnes bombs. Let's check it out. Oh, yep, it was a beast. That's what happened. I had nothing to do with that at all. Nope, not me. Do I have to try it twice, or when is Midnight going to suggest that we go somewhere else? Well, I know how to get up the mountain, but the issue is you're not letting me warp there. Oh, there we go. The children are safe. Oh, okay, yeah. Your children are free from harm. Give them your word. Okay.
Think the radio won't give you the what?
Return to Orda. Come on. You're not gonna let me warp there, are you? Oh, there's my horse. Trying to hold on. Jeez. We got it. Could just warp me there, but I guess I don't have the ability to turn into a wolf. So there's no warping for now. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look at that. He's come to deliver a letter from Uku. Yeah, let's check that out. I don't know that I've checked any of my mail. Yeah, post office notice. About mail delivery. If I have a letter for you, I will approach you at high speed. Please do not flee. Dear adventurer, I was so happy to meet you, and it's been a bit of time with you. I am planning a trip to a new location, just so you know. If you continue your journeys, we might see each other again. So take care of yourself. P.S. I didn't have a chance to tell you this last time, but I have a son. I'll introduce you if we meet again. He's a good boy who can help you like an item. So be nice. From Uku. Aw. That was sweet. Wait, what is that? Oh, the youth sent. Entimarestin. Wait. I heard that. Where is that? It's right here. Out of my way. Ah, the monthly cheap and wait. No. It's a pill bug. What? Oh, that had to hurt. I do have a fairy, so it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's important to have a fairy in this game because I don't think you can open bottles as a wolf, so... Well, personally I feel it's important to have a fairy in every Zelda game, but that's just me. Be a little further down. Should be before we get back to the village. I think one playthrough I actually walked all the way back here to get the new move before getting the horse. And then of course getting the horse and being told to go back, I felt so stupid. In this spring right here. These are the fairy fountains of the game, so they heal you. They just don't have any fairies right now. You have to consult with the Great Fairy to do something about that. I do. Oh, excuse me. The shield attack. He did finally learn the sword beam. Oh, look, it's my horse. Just looking all cute. About that. Well, there is one thing, actually. A little secret. Yes, I will not tell a soul. Yeah, sure. I'd say it did pretty well. Well, that did not go to plan. Oh, that's not a bug that we can catch. Never mind. But catching bugs is another thing from Ocarina of Time that got reused in Twilight Princess. I think it might have actually been left over in the game's code. You can see where there's a sprite for a bottle with a butterfly in it, which of course you can't actually catch butterflies in Ocarina of Time, but that shows that at some point the developers were thinking of having bug catching in the game. And that was also reused for Twilight Princess. Bugged out a little bit there. I believe bomb arrows was also going to be a thing you could use in Ocarina of Time, and well, you can use it in Twilight Princess, so... Looks like we might actually need the claw shot for that. Or maybe it's for something else, because we were able to get it. I heard a bug. It might have been the one that I picked up already. Do they come back after you've picked them up? Yeah, they come back. The male and female usually are in the same map, so if you find one, you're sure to find another. Oh me, oh my. Oh, she looks very angry. Like her face was changing colors and everything. She was so mad. This is another scrapped idea from Ocarina of Time, being able to use your sword on horseback. And we know this because I believe it might have been E3 footage. Somebody confirmed that you are able to draw your sword, at least, on horseback in the early Ocarina of Time. You couldn't do much more than that, though, but it implied that the idea was there. Out of my way. Oh, come on. Where'd he go? Psh. Get out of my way. Oh, great, the bridge is on fire. Lovely. need to tear off the back of this chair so it doesn't keep scraping on that. Got him. Is there still a fire? I can hear it. Oh, it's water. I'm still rather bummed out. This is the only game that we got in this style. Like, it seems every other Zelda game has had multiple games in that style. 300 rupees. I have more than that right now. I think I'll have to download a UI update for that. Or to reflect correctly. And what kid? Mallow's trying to set up a shop, I get it. But yeah, we got 2 of the NES games, which I guess those styles are rather different. But then we got 2 Link to the Past style games. Got 2 games in the style of A Link to the Past. We got 3 games with the Link's Awakening style. We got 2 Ocarina of Time style games. We got 3 Wind Waker style games. Twilight Princess, we only got the 1, unless you want to count the Link's crossbow training, which wasn't really a game in its own right, or a Zelda game anyway. It was more of a spin-off title than anything. I'm upset we didn't get another game styled like Skyward Sword either, though. But then Breath of the Wild got 2 games. Nintendo did essentially a reimagining of Zelda's Adventure from the CDI, which was done in the same style as the new Link's Awakening. Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess need more games. All the other games had more done with it. Of course, once we get more of a proper game in the style of Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, I would love to see what kind of style they would come up with next, but, you know, I'm kind of through with the Breath of the Wild era. We do need to eventually get a capture card. I'm hoping to get one soon, and we'll need to stream Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I need to do something about this chair. It's driving me crazy. Oh, come on. I can't reach them. Just have to run past. Just flipping out a little bit.
Invented you.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to get up there when I'm getting hit while on top of him? There we go. textures right there. How am I supposed to get up there? There's someone on the other side. I'm okay. Let's get up. Here we go. Oh, they are all coming at me at once. Gorkoron. Oh, okay. I don't have my iron boots on. Okay, he is good. You be tricking me. Trick me again. Just slap his face. Slap him out of the ring. That's how you do it. Oh, I understand. A monster, huh? The Goron Mines. I love this level. I love all the levels, really. Proper dungeons, unlike Breath of the Wild. Alright, well, that is going to be the end of this segment. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Clue Floyd with Retro Age Gaming. Stay tuned. Next time, we are going to be exploring the Goron Mines and getting our next Fused Shadow. Until next time, peace out.